Hey, it's Jaclyn Krymowski with the Herd Book Ag Media, giving you your Moving Iron Ag News Update. Hope you all had a wonderful Easter weekend as we wrap up our very first full week of April. As I touched on a couple weeks ago now, there's been a lot of discussion resolving Mexico's ban on GMO corn and other GMO imports. However, recently U.S. Secretary Tom Vilsack has made it known that this ban will only apply to commodities for human food products. It will not apply to livestock feed. It was just late last year that Mexico announced that their executive order for banning GMO corn for human consumption over the next 3 years. So by 2024, they should be replacing all those imports with only non-GMO corn varieties. This comes as a great relief to much of the U.S. commodity market, as Mexico imports quite a bit of its corn from the U.S., upwards of 70%. A man in Washington recently pleaded guilty to charges of defrauding Tyson Foods and the CME Group out of $244 million in contracts that included the buying and feeding of 200,000 cattle that did not exist. Interestingly, this also comes with another settlement for $20 million with JBS USA regarding a consumer class action lawsuit related to fixing prices for pork going all the way back to 2009. Reuters recently reported that Cargill announced Tuesday of this week it was going to be leaving the global sugar trading industry after it agreed to sell its 50% stake in the joint venture Alvin, which is the world's largest sugar trader. According to Cargill, this move is part of their overall portfolio review. However, it does come after there were several other global powerhouses that had also stopped their sugar trading markets in recent years, including ADM and Wilmar International. According to the International Grains Council, global grain production is forecasted to increase to a record 2.224 billion tons. The output from the 20 to 2021 season is expected to be nearly 40 million tons larger than previous years, and a full 9 tons higher than last month's projections. Specifically, that breaks down to wheat being forecast at 774 million tons and corn at 1.13 billion. While there are projections for a very positive records, the Grains Council also expects another drawdown on world carryover stocks to 609 million tons, which is unfortunately down almost 10 million tons from the 2019 to 2020 season. The council reports that this drawdown is completely due to depletion of corn inventories, which I am going to assume has something to do with COVID. However, the world soybean production, especially due to the United States and Brazil for the 2021 season, despite the rough season that's been going on, it's still projected to be over 360 million tons, which is up 7 million from last year. With the international private equity group Bridgeport now acquiring Sunworld, which is a global leader in the fruit genetics industry and includes research, development, and licensing, this new partnership has announced that they are going to be further expanding their genetics and tech platform at specialty fruit growers in the near future. Their mission remains to continue innovating new fruit varieties, and currently the company holds over 300 different plant patents. In a similar move, a biotechnology company in California, Amphora, is using gene editing to increase the protein density of soybeans and other crops. They've recently raised $6 million with investments by companies such as Bayer and Spruce Capital Partners. A big motivation for this research and product development is in part because of the increasing plant-based protein market and the demands from consumers to have more protein-based plant foods. With gene editing, Amphora hopes to make a genetic change that will change the protein and carbohydrates in crops. So essentially that would get the end product to have more protein and less starch or fiber. All right, it looks like that will catch you up here for this first week in April. Thank you so much. This Ag News Update was brought to you by the Herd Book Ag Media, serving all your agribusiness writing, communication, and media needs. Find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or our company website, the-herdbook.com. Let me know you found me here on Moving Iron and get your 20% off your first invoice.